Alright, welcome back to the channel, everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode prediction video for this week's up-and-coming episode of Fear the Walking Dead. This is going to be Season 3, Episode 5, entitled Burning in Water, Drowning in Flame. Now, as always, this will contain spoilers for previous episodes of Fear the Walking Dead. It goes without saying, okay? Just, just be aware of that. Just, forewarned. I don't know if that's a word. Is that a word? Either way, we are here to talk about Season 3, Episode 5. That was me putting my phone on silent. I promise it wasn't a vibrator. Nonetheless, everybody, though, the synopsis is as follows. I will leave a link in the description below for you guys to follow along if you guys wish. But the synopsis for this episode is as follows. A new threat reveals itself to Madison and Troy as they search for answers. Alicia must reconcile with her past decisions. Okay, so from what I can gather from, let's say, for starters, we have a promo, we have a sneak peek. Obviously, I'll leave links to those as well for you guys to check them out. But the promo, it's basically going to be an episode with everybody in it. That's what I'm gathering it from. And we see Nick, we see Alicia, we see Madison, we see Troy, we see Jake, we see Jeremiah, Otto, obviously, and we also see Strand and Daniel. For starters, it looks like Strand and Daniel are obviously still having trust issues. Daniel stands outside of his car one time and basically says, if you want to kill me, do it now, do it here, just get it over with type of thing. That's him basically trying to get Daniel to trust him again, and all of that. Obviously, you wouldn't actually want him to kill him, but nonetheless, I think that Strand is going to help Daniel possibly find Ophelia or meet back up with Madison, and obviously, their group and everything. So I think that's basically what's going to go on with Daniel and Strand. We can see them in a car and they're driving. So other than that, though, we don't really get to see too much about them. But obviously, that's just the promo. I think there's probably going to be a lot more in the episode. As for the rest of the episode and everything else that's going on right now, for starters, it looks like Madison, judging from the sneak peek as well, she's going away with Troy. We knew that. She volunteered at the end of episode 3. She volunteered to go with Troy to basically search for the crew that hasn't returned from searching for the helicopter and, people who took down the helicopter. They obviously went out to find out who that was, get some intel on that, and they haven't returned. So Madison and Troy and a couple other people are going to go out and investigate to see, where that group went missing to, right? And basically, yeah, that's what they're going to do. So that's sort of happening. In the sneak peek, we get to see Madison and Nick and Alicia all talk. Alicia looks like she partied and she said never again. So hopefully she stops doing that childish stuff. And really takes surviving more serious, right? Other than that, we really get to see Nick basically tell his mother that we don't trust them, and she basically explains, the more we know about this family, the safer we are, the better off we are. Of course, it's a very good plan, definitely get to know more about the family, right? I'm not sure if it's the best idea to go off on your own with them, but she has confidence in the fact that Troy won't hurt her because she knows that he has, not necessarily like, relationship feelings, towards her, in that way, right? It's sort of more of a motherly thing. And, I think Troy's kind of on board with that too. And, I think so is Madison in a way. Again, I don't necessarily think it's real, but she might be just playing on his feelings and, getting stuff done that way. She's very manipulative as well, honestly. Madison is. She really is, but to be fair, it's for surviving, right? It's for survival. Other than that, we get to know those two groups go off and, do their own thing. Obviously, Daniel and Strand, from the dam area. Again, what's going to happen with the dam area? Who's going to take that over? Is anybody going to take it over? Or are they all just going to leave like the people that Daniel saved at the end of last episode as well? We have no idea. We really don't. As far as the trip with Madison and Troy go, it looks like they've run into some people, it does. There are some pictures here. It's not necessarily in the promo or anything like that, but they do approach, I believe, on the helicopter, and it looks like to me another community with like a building behind them. I'm not too sure where that would be, but I'm definitely interested to see, how that's going to play out, you know what I mean? So I think that's definitely going to be interesting. Again, the title is Burning in Water, Drowning in Flame. That's sort of, but both of those sentences, those phrases, they're opposites of each other. Burning in water, right? Water, burning, drowning in flame, drowning in water, right? Is usually how it would be said, but now it's called burning in water, drowning in flame, instead of like drowning in water and burning in flame, right? So, I'm not sure if the title would really have any significance. I'm sure that it does. You know, maybe it's a phrase that one of the characters say to get a point across. You know, there's no real connection as to what I'm kind of thinking about. You know what I mean? It's just sort of you can't really expect maybe what happens outside of the walls, right? Burning in water, drowning in flame. Like burning in water, you wouldn't necessarily expect that, but it could happen, right? Not necessarily, but it's sort of a metaphor, you know, as to you could go out thinking you're going to come back and be safe, and you know you could think that you trust Troy, for example, and maybe something happens that you burn, right? You know what I mean? It's yeah, it's very difficult to tell anything from that title, but it's definitely interesting nonetheless. I mean, it was difficult last week too for the episode 4 entitled 100. You know, I still don't really know where 100 came from the title of the episode as to the significance of the episode. I really have no idea. Unless I just missed it. I might have just missed it. If you guys know, let me know in the comment section below. But nonetheless, everybody, I mean, that's pretty much what happens in the promo actually as well. It looks to be like some sort of native type guy. I'm not really sure how you would say that, but he comes up to the farm, and it seems to me like he's threatening them, basically saying, abandon the farm now, you know? That's what he told them. Now, I don't know if he's talking to Jeremiah or who he's talking to, but that, you know, that could have some clue as to what happened with the helicopter, right? So, it looked like a foreign, like, native guy, right? I mean, that's kind of what it looked like. There's no other way to put it. And he basically said, abandon the farm now, basically threatening them in a way. Nick and Jeremiah were sharing some scenes as well. Nick basically saying, you know, we're together now. And Jeremiah said, it was something along the lines of, it would be nice if that were true. So yeah, I mean, I think that they're sort of onto them and they're onto them at the same time. You know what I mean? Vice versa. I'm not really sure what's going to happen, though. And again, I can't really take anything from the title, but I'm definitely excited to see it nonetheless. Hopefully you guys are as well. If you guys have any ideas as to what's going to happen in this episode, let me know in the comment section below. We'll talk about it down there. And I mean, that's pretty much it. That's what I think is going to happen, right? So I think ultimately, Madison and Troy are going to, you know, they're going to go on that little voyage or mission, whatever you want to call it, to find out what happened to that helicopter. You know, who did it? Are they going to find him? Who knows? You know what I mean? Who knows? Doorbell's ringing and stuff. I got to end this video here, but nonetheless, thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you guys on the next video. This was Season 3, Episode 5, entitled Burning in Water, Drowning in Flame. It airs this Sunday on AMC. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody.